Teaching Tips Tuesday with Alex. Alex stands in the FBC courtyard with Athena.
Welcome back. We're going to learn a little bit about blindness etiquette right now. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. Hello, my name is Athena Garcia, and I am a third-year student at AAC studying to become a teacher of students with vision impairments.
You're the first person to say that instead of just saying TVI, so I'm sure the folks at home will appreciate that little bit of understanding.
I agree.
So what are a few things that the general community might not know about interacting with people with low vision or blindness?
Definitely one of the things that people might not know about interacting with individuals with visual impairments is that blindness is a spectrum. So some people only might have central vision or peripheral vision. It all depends on the vision impairment itself. Some people might only see better at night or at a closer distance than the farther one, for example.
So a lot of people just see the cane and think blind, but when in fact there is a whole world of
visual impairments,
Yeah.
and correct. Actually, 2 to 8% of people use the white cane. The other 92% of the population either relies on a sighted guide or on a guide dog.
I did not know that statistic. That is very interesting. Thank you.
Of course.
We were talking a little bit earlier about something called human guide or sighted guide. Can you give us a brief walkthrough on what that looks like?
Absolutely. Can I use you as an example, Alex?
Sure. Am I the guide or the guidee?
You could be the guide.
Okay.
So, guide, the individual with a visual impairment would grab on slightly above the elbow, and they would take a slight step behind the person, so that way the individual with a visual impairment could make sure that they are avoiding any obstacles coming up ahead, and also the guide could provide a verbal description of what is coming up, for example, a stair step or an elevator.
Excellent. So I think a lot of people, when they see somebody with a visual impairment that might look like they're confused or like they're about to cross the street, they have the instinct, oh, I'm just going to go grab them by the arm and
Correct.
pull them across. Can you explain why that is such a very bad idea?
This is a very bad idea because it could be unsafe for the person who is about to cross an intersection, and so the cane or the guide dog is a signifier that the person with a vision impairment is able to cross the street by themselves by listening to the parallel traffic surge.
Excellent. And not only that, how rude is it to just go grab a stranger? Doesn't matter if you have good intentions, you know?
It is really disrespectful because sometimes we don't actually need the help because we have learned, the O&M skills to be independent and learn how to travel streets.
Now, is it impolite for somebody to come up and verbally offer assistance?
It is not impolite because it is actually the person that is being very understanding and is trying to help the person with a visual impairment, and they would like to know more about, how to assist a person.
Excellent. So, when in doubt, communicate. Just ask. Just be polite. Is that so crazy to understand? Yeah.
So sometimes it is hard to understand for people because we all have that urge to help and
That's
basically
true.
jump in and save somebody, but it's more polite to ask them, for example, do you need assistance looking for an item at the grocery store, for example? And so you could either give verbal directions or enable to use the sighted guide for the individual who is visually impaired.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for talking with us today.
Of course.